Okay, this is pretty great. I really like this formula. It's just once you know that you have it at your disposal, it's just like such a great tool. It just goes so fast. So, what am I talking about with the formula? Well, if we know that we have two sides and included angle on a triangle, then we can use that to find the area. The formula says this. Area of a triangle is equal to 1/2 some side that you know times some side that you know, column B and C, times the sine of the included angle, which we'll call sine of A. We can just fill that information in. 1/2 times, they say a park in a subdivision is triangular shaped and two adjacent sides are 541. It's going to be one of the side measures. And 516, the angle in between them, between the sides is 79. So we're going to do sine 79 degrees. To the nearest unit, find the area of the park in square yards. So let's do it. Let's find the sine of 79 degrees. Oops. And then we say that times 1/2 times 541 times 516 equals 137. Oh, how does that work? Ah, interesting. Okay, so they gave it to us in feet, but now we need to convert it into square yards. So let's look at how many square yards, how many feet are in a square yard. Okay, every foot, every 3 feet is a yard. Okay, so if this is here 1 foot, 1 foot, and this is 1 foot, and this is 1 foot, right there, then 1, 2, 3 feet makes a yard. Okay, so we've got 1 yard that way by 3 feet, or 1 yard this way. Look at how many square feet are in a square yard. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Makes sense. So the answer that I got when I calculated this, I got 137,013.56 approximately. Just say approximately. But I need to turn it into square yards. They're asking for it in square yards. So I need to divide that up into groups of 9. If I divide it by 9, I'll find how many groups of 9 square feet, each being a square yard, would there be in there. So divided by 9 equals 15,223.7, approximately 15,223.7, or 15,224 yards squared. There you go. Tricky one. Be careful. They gave it to us in feet, but they wanted to convert it into square yards. So you gotta watch out for that one. Let's see how we do on this next one then. Okay. Divers looking for a sunken ship have defined the search area as a triangle with adjacent side lengths of 2.75 miles and 1.32 miles. Again, they say the area in between the sides of the triangle is 35. Find the search area. So we're going to use 1/2 side 1 times side 2 times the sine of the included angle. Now let's just plug those in and see what we get. 1/2 times 2.75 times 1.32 times sine of A. I'll have to use a calculator for all this. Oh, and I'm sorry, when I said sine of A, what I meant to write, thank you for correcting me there, what I meant to write was the sine of the angle they gave us of 35. Something felt funny about that. Okay. Times 0.5 times 2.75 times 1.32. And I get, let me do that one more time. Let me do that one more time. 35 degrees, sine of that, okay, times 0.5 times 2.75 times 1.32, and I got approximately 1.04. And what are the units? It was miles, so miles squared. There it is. Now we've got just these two left to go. Same kind of thing, two triangles. Oh, this is an interesting one. Two triangles each have a side length of 120 and 180. So I'm going to sketch these triangles out. This is cool. Okay. And this one's got a side length of 120 and a side length of 180. And so does this one. Sorry, didn't mean to draw it like that. So does this one. Now, that's got 120. It's got 180. Except what they're telling us is they have different included angles. The first one has an included angle of 40. Forget about that, it's not scale. And the second one has one of 60. They want us to find out what's the difference between the areas. Okay, so let's find the two areas. We're going to say, excuse me, 1/2, 120 times 180 times sine of 40. So this one has an area, the first one has an area of approximately 6,942.1. And if we do this one, let's see, times 1/2 times 120 times 180. And this one has an area of 9,353.1. So if I subtract them, that one minus that one, 6942.1, I would get about 2,411 square feet distance or difference in between them. So this first one minus this one, because it's bigger minus smaller, says there are that much difference in between them. Okay? So calculate them both separately and then subtract them. Now this is just find the area to the nearest tenth. Pretty straightforward. We're going to do the sine of 78 and then times the side length times the other side length times 1/2, and we get about, and I'll just write it out here one more time because why not? It's good for me to be writing it. Area equals 1/2 b times c times sine A, or 1/2 10 times 5 times sine of 78. And when we calculate that out, we get approximately 24.45. And then if we are rounding it off to here, we look there, is it 5 or higher? Yes. So we get approximately 24.5, and the units were centimeters, so centimeters squared. Where do we see that? Right there. And we are done.